There are buildings you forget the moment you leave them. Office parks, schools, hospitals, places built for function rather than memory. Then there are buildings that remember you. I didn't believe that was possible when we first found the footage. 3 years ago, a security contractor was sent to inspect an abandoned office complex scheduled for demolition. The building sat alone at the edge of an industrial district. No records of ownership, no active utilities, no employees, no reason for it to still exist. The contractor entered at 8:17 in the morning. His body was never recovered. The camera was. What you're about to hear comes from the recordings recovered from that device. The footage begins normally. An empty hallway, yellow walls, fluorescent lights, the sort of place you've seen 1,000 times and never thought about twice. Nothing remarkable, nothing threatening. The first hour contains no signs of intrusion, no movement, no voices, no evidence anyone else was present. And yet, the hallway changes, not dramatically, not enough to notice at first. A door appears where none existed before. A room number changes. A corner becomes slightly longer than it should be. Small inconsistencies, the kind the human brain usually ignores. But cameras don't ignore things. Cameras remember. The deeper the contractor moved into the building, the more frequently these changes occurred. Entire intersections shifted. Office layouts rearranged themselves. Rooms appeared twice, then 3 times, then endlessly. At first, he believed he was lost. By the second day, he understood something much worse. The building wasn't changing around him. The building was changing because of him, as if observation itself was causing a reaction, as if the structure had become aware it was being watched. The first sign of what would later be called the curator appears approximately 18 hours into the recovered footage. Most viewers miss it. The figure stands at the far end of a hallway for less than 2 seconds, motionless, partially obscured by distance, humanoid only in the loosest sense. It resembles a person the way a memory resembles a person, incomplete, uncertain. The contractor never acknowledged seeing it, at least not immediately. But from that moment forward, his behavior changes. He stops speaking, stops calling for help, stops attempting to find exits. Instead, he begins documenting, measuring, recording, as though he has accepted a new purpose. The footage suggests he became obsessed with understanding the building, and perhaps that was exactly what the building wanted. The curator appears again 6 hours later, closer this time. The unsettling thing isn't that it moved. The unsettling thing is that it didn't. Frame analysis shows no evidence of physical movement between sightings. No walking, no transition, no approach. The figure simply exists in a new location, as though reality had been edited between observations, as though distance itself had been revised. By the 4th day, the building begins communicating, not through language, through arrangement. Every office door is left open at the same angle. Every desk faces the same direction. Every chair is positioned with impossible precision. Patterns emerge, too deliberate to be coincidence, too complex to be random. The contractor starts filming these arrangements obsessively. At one point, he spends nearly 4 hours staring at a single hallway. The footage reveals nothing, yet he refuses to leave. Near the end of the recordings, monitors begin appearing throughout the structure. The contractor insists they were not there before. The screens display live footage of the hallways around him. But there is something wrong with the images, something missing. The monitors show evidence of previous visitors, shapes, movements, fragments of people, each partially erased, as if the building attempted to remember them but could not preserve every detail, like photographs left too long in sunlight. And then comes the final recording, the one that ended the investigation, the one that should have convinced us to destroy the footage. The contractor enters a large, open office floor. The camera remains fixed for nearly 12 minutes. No movement, no sound, nothing. Then the curator appears, not at the end of the room, not approaching from a doorway, not emerging from darkness. It is simply there, standing among the cubicles, perfectly still. For the first time, it is visible in full, or at least as fully as it can be. Its shape shifts subtly between frames, not enough to see happening, only enough to realize it has happened. A shoulder slightly higher, a face slightly different, a silhouette correcting itself, like a sketch repeatedly redrawn. And then something extraordinary occurs. The curator looks directly into the camera. Every recording before this moment contains no audio anomalies, no interference, no corruption. But as soon as eye contact is established, the entire soundtrack changes. The fluorescent hum stops, the ambient noise disappears. The building becomes completely silent, as if holding its breath. The recording ends 37 seconds later. The contractor is never seen again. His camera was discovered on a desk inside the lobby, powered on, battery fully charged, recording an empty hallway. No fingerprints, no biological traces, no evidence anyone had ever touched it. Just one final timestamp displayed on the monitor. A timestamp investigators insist was not generated by the camera itself. A timestamp that appeared only after the footage was reviewed, only after someone watched it. The timestamp read, 1:15:33, recording continues. The building still stands. The demolition was canceled. Every survey team sent inside reported discrepancies in floor plans. Several refused to return. One claimed the hallways recognized him. Another reported seeing a figure standing in places he had already been, waiting. The official investigation remains open. The structure remains sealed. And yet, every year, new footage appears, always from cameras that were never recovered, always from hallways that shouldn't exist, and always. The recordings end the same way, with an empty corridor, a silent building, and a message waiting at the bottom of the screen. Recording continues.